Good morning, how are you doing out there? Welcome to the Health and Confidence Coach. I'm live on my page and today I am talking about sit-ups from beginners to advanced. How do you make sure that you're doing a good sit-up all the time? And I'm going to walk you through it. So if you don't know who I am, hi, I am Lisa, I am the Health and Confidence Coach, and today on Wednesdays I like to talk about exercises. Work It Wednesday. Last week I showed you some of my favourite bum building exercises, and today I'm showing you how to get a great sit-up done. I love it. And this is for anyone that wants to be able to do a sit-up. Nice. Even if you can do sit-ups, you might be doing sit-ups for a while now, but you may feel, or you might be asking yourself if you're doing it right. And if you are wondering if you're doing it right, this is also going to be a great video for you. Very good morning to people that are joining me this morning. And if you do say hi, please do. I will come and say hello once I'm a little bit closer to my screen. Nice. So we're going to do sit-ups, perfect. Now most people, when they think of starting sit-ups, I'm going in from the beginner's angle, okay? So when we're starting to do sit-ups, what we tend to do is we start here on the floor and then we try to sit up here, and people that don't have great core control can't really get up past this point. So this is where I'm starting. If this is you and this is where your sit-up is and you don't have the strength to pull yourself up, this is where we're going to start. We're going to start up. So instead of you starting here on the floor, what I would love for you to do is start here instead. Nice. So what I'm going to get you to do is to grab hold of your legs, and then we're going to stick our chests out. Nice. I want you to massively bum squeeze, even if you don't feel like your bum is squeezing on. It's important that you ask it to. Remember this, bum and abs are best friends. They should never be without each other. If your bum is on, your abs should be on as well. So let's do it. We're going to get the chest out. We're going to focus on massively squeezing our bum. Now what I'm going to get you to do is unhook your hands from your legs and focus on keeping your chest up whilst massively bum squeezing. All you're thinking about is bum squeeze, bum squeeze, bum squeeze, bum squeeze, bum squeeze, and you're gently going to fall back down onto the floor. And don't worry if it's not as smooth or as controlled as mine is, or if it's 3, 2, 1 and then you end up falling back down on the floor. The slower that you can go backwards and the more that you squeeze your bum as you go, the harder your core is working to fight gravity as you go down. So what's happening here is that you're not thinking about a sit-up anymore. You're thinking about bum squeeze, bum squeeze, bum squeeze, bum squeeze, bum squeeze, and your core is working for it at the same time. Nice. Now what's going to happen is you're going to hit the floor and you're going to be like, great, can't get back up again. And we usually do something weird like this to try and get ourselves back up. What we're going to do, because you don't have that core control yet, is you're going to use these very useful hands. We're going to put our arms down on the floor, so my elbows have gone in there. As I get up, I put my forearms on the floor, and then you go, grab those legs, stick that chest out, and you're going to go and do it again. But the slower you go, the more your core works, as long as your bum is squeezing. And a great way to see your strength coming in, and it will come in super quick with this move, is to count how slowly you go down. So let's say when we first do our sit-ups, it's a massive bum squeeze, but it's 3, 2, 1, I'm on the floor. Nice. So I'm going to get up, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, I'm on the floor. And if I was to keep this up and maybe do sit-ups 3 times a week, within a couple of weeks, you will feel for yourself the strength that you've made, and also you will know the progress, because instead of it being 3, 2, 1 straight down on the floor, you might be like 1, 2, 3, 4, floor, and then you can do it again. Nice. They are the sit-ups that I do for any beginner that wants to improve their core strength and that they want to do it quite quickly, because this makes your core work hard without you forcing it through the gravity pull. For people that chuck themselves up into a sit-up, you're probably feeling it in your back. And if you ever feel your core moves come from your back, it's not your core that's working. It's something in your body that's compensating for the lack of core strength that you've got. And again, this is my favourite move to build core strength quite quickly. Let's say that we're past that and we can do these quite well. We do arms, floor, all the way up, grab them, and we can do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're finding that quite good. So we're past that point of initialness, what a great word, love it. So here's how we're going to elevate or make this move a little bit more of an intermediate move. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up again. We will let ourselves go nicely down to the floor. Now what we're going to do here is you must focus on squeezing your bum and then squeezing your core. And then from here, you're going to use your core to come up, then we're going to use our chest to sit up, and then we can even have a little pause here and grab our knees while we massively bum squeeze and we bring it back down under control. If you are a flinger and you're still flinging yourself into this, sometimes you can hook your feet under your bed, sofa, someone can be standing on your toes. But try not to rely on that, because what you're doing here is you're letting your body pull you up rather than your core. So if you do hook, it's okay to hook your feet under something, but try to get free from it so that you're not sat in there for too long. So then, from practicing them intermediate ones, where you're going to start focusing on crunching the core, driving the chest up, and then massively bum squeezing as you come down. Once we've got that in place, you might start to wonder about your lower core. So here's what I would do next. We've got those sit-ups, those great sit-ups, we've done it. We've come through them, we're progressing, we're going into our next one. So the next one that we're going to do is going to be a V-up. So what you're going to do here is you're going to extend. You're going to massively bum squeeze and core squeeze, and then you're going to do the chest up, or you're going to do your crunch, you're going to do your chest up, and at the same time you're going to pull those legs in. And then that's a great V-up sit-up, or C-sit is what I like to call those. You come into, chest up, knees up, massive bum squeeze as you bring it back down to the floor. That looks really advanced. So if you want to, the way that you can do this first off, when you're first practicing them, is to bring the chest up, and then you can focus on just quickly lifting those knees in. Nice, and then you finish it in the same way that we want to, and then you can massively bum squeeze as you go down. And as we focus on chest up, sit up, then knees in, you will be able to bring it all together and make it more of a smooth move if you were to practice it regularly throughout the weeks. You'll see a big difference there. And that's my good chat about how we can get some good core going on in the morning. Morning, Phil, how are you? It's very nice to see you over here. Hope you're having a great day, and hope you found that useful. It's a really nice way to develop core strength, especially for people that are so fed up with feeling a backache. If you're feeling a backache, we need to think about your form and your engagement before you go. I'm quickly going to cover a bonus one here, because I was having a chat with my client literally the other day, and we were talking about Russian twists. And I know this from when I used to work in a gym, that people will tell you that you have to lift your legs, and then go for a Russian twist. But I will tell you that there's a lot of people that will struggle to keep their legs up, to not have a backache, and to be holding it all in here whilst they do a twist. If that is you, don't give in to having to go to the most extreme or the most advanced level of that move. If you are feeling it in your back, it's not your core. And if you are fighting balance, like you're always wobbling around up here, then you probably don't have an amazing core strength, and you probably are leaving yourself in a bit of a backache, and you probably don't enjoy doing Russian twists. Well, I love Russian twists because they really help the obliques, but I don't love Russian twists if they're not in good form. Nice. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to come back to our starting sit-up, our reverse sit-up. Yeah, see, I've grabbed those knees so I can stick my chest out. I've got my bum on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to travel backwards whilst I've still got a hold of my knees. Now I can feel that my core is fully in control here because I'm trying to keep my chest up to the ceiling, and I've always got a good bum squeeze because bum and abs are best friends. Even if you can't feel it, it's making the effort. Now notice here my feet are still on the floor, but I actually find this much more stable, and now when I'm doing my twist I feel it in the obliques, which is in the side and in the side. I'm not feeling it here in my back whilst I'm trying to force a great pose because I've got my legs up at the same time. If it hurts your back, it's not your core, and it's not your core that's working, so you may as well put the legs down and take it to a level that you can execute really, really well. You will come to a point where you feel like you are ready to pick those legs up because your core is quite strong. So if you're going to do that, we're going to start off with that same setup that we do for all of our sit-ups. I grab the knees because it's actually easier there to stick my chest out and bum squeeze. So that's what I do this for. We're going to bum squeeze. We're going to start to travel backwards. That bum squeeze here is super important because your bum becomes your stabilizers. Nice. Now once we've stabilised the bum, you can then instruct your lower core to crunch those legs up, and you can then instruct your core to keep it in place whilst we go for our Russian twists. Nice. Now if you start off well and you get a few reps in and then it goes off for you or you start wobbling around, just pop the little legs down. You can go back in to reset, to re-engage, to get a couple more amazing reps out. Or you can decide that your back has had enough there and you can finish on the regression. We'll do a mix of both and you will see how quickly your core strength develops. And that's what I wanted to show you this morning. I hope you all enjoyed my little Work It Wednesday chat, and if you were going to do abs, then this is a great thing to have in mind when you do it, that your bum and abs are best friends. They should always be on, and generally your chest should always be up at the sky. And if you ever have hunchy shoulders, get back, reset and do it again. Love it. Nice. That's the end of my Work It Wednesday chat. But if you do have any exercises that you want me to cover, maybe you're not sure of how to do one, then let me know, because I am dedicating my Wednesdays to talk about exercises and the proper ways to do them and the advancements as well. So there we go. Have yourselves a very lovely day. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm talking about habits and keeping to them. If you were here yesterday, I did a little chat about wanting to start a new goal, and for me at the minute, I'm starting to do face yoga, and I was talking about that as an example, but it can really be applied to anything, any goal that you have or have had that you've wanted for a while that you're not really seeming to get. Pop back and have a look at that for yesterday, because that was actually a really good chat for people that want to get something but aren't doing it. Have a very lovely day, and I will see you in the morning. Goodbye.